Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about how we leverage host coaching to gain recruits. And so briefly, I want to go over the importance of host coaching. Hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about when I say host coaching. Basically, you're working with your host on a one-on-one to get them excited and prepared for their party. So our party starts with our host, obviously. And host coaching is just simply showing the host all of the rewards that she has that opportunity to earn with her party. If your host is excited, her guests are going to be excited. If her guests are excited, the party's going to be successful. I think that seems like it should be common knowledge, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. A motivated host is a host who's going to work her party, including helping you to line up future hosts. And the saying is, you're not through until you book two, right? The basics of host coaching. We want the host to have a wish list. We want an activity or something that's going to help that host come up with her guest list. If you guys are familiar with Amanda Todd's Guess Who's RSVPing game, or Angie created a 5-star host coaching program that we've used that's amazing as well. Also, there is the component of the host rewards. She needs to own, or she needs to know what is possible, what she can earn, right? She's not just doing this party for nothing, of course. And then the fourth component is you want to teach your host how to invite her guests. So personal messages. We're not just opening our front door and screaming, hey, I'm having a party, who wants to come? We are connecting personally with our guests. So we want to teach our hosts how to do that. And then you want some kind of a reward system for her following the host coaching. You're doing all this work, you're working with her, you're having her do these activities or whatever it is that you're walking through with her. You want to reward her for taking the time to do all that stuff correctly. So I use kind of a combination of the Guess Who's RSVPing game and the 5-star program. So we're just going to focus on the Guess Who in case you're not familiar with it, just to give you kind of an idea of a good example for working with your host. So it basically helps your host come up with at least 25 guests. And in another couple of slides, I think I have an example of what the worksheet looks like, so I can show you exactly what that means. But it helps her come up with at least 25 guests. Sometimes if you're like, oh, we're going to do this party, I can't think of anybody to invite. This is a way to kind of work with her and break it down. It also helps your host organize her guest list. So it kind of breaks it up into different categories. And we'll talk about that a little bit too. And the kids are awake and so is the dog. Good morning. All right. It's also going to help our host pack the virtual house with her party by personally reaching out to at least those 25 people. Hey, buddy, I'm on a live video, boo. Okay. Good morning. I'll come and see you when I'm done. Okay. We're just getting up in Alaska. Okay. Okay. And then the fourth component is that you want to, or the purpose of it is that you're going to allow her to earn extra rewards from you before her party even begins. And that goes back to having that kind of reward system, right? So this is the little meme that I send out to my hosts when I'm talking about this game. Fun little activity. This is what we can do. You're explaining what it is, the purposes of it, and then you're going to send this overview or instruction sheet for her to read. And then just to kind of break it down of how it works, she has this list, right, of her 25 names, and she gives this list to you, and then you're checking off the names as they are clicking going to the event. Okay, so every going that's on her list gives her 2 points. Every going that's not on her list gives her 1 point. So 10 points, level 1, $20 credit. And this stuff will all be posted later. We can post all this. But I'm just going through it quickly, okay? 20 points give her level 2, $40 credit. 50 points, level 3 gives her $75 credit. And the reason I'm telling you this is because later on I'm gonna tell you how we can transfer those into recruits. Okay, so this is the worksheet I was talking about. You've got 5 categories, so 5 people that love your products, 5 people that love Facebook, 5 people that loves to shop, 5 people that loves to party, and 5 people that loves you. You can have them either print it and fill it out, or you can just have them create their own list. So you ask your host, okay, once you have a chance to read these instructions and you get it, let me know, and then I will send you the worksheet that goes along with it. Okay. Do not add the host to your event page until she's returned that completed worksheet to you. Two reasons for that. One, it has her do it. Otherwise, like, what's the point? She sends you add her to the event page, and then she doesn't have your list, and then it's like, well, why bother doing this list, right? It's kind of like motivation, okay? And the second is just to keep her going. You've got activity. You're working with your host, so you want to keep her posted on the number of points that she's earning whenever she reaches the levels that she reaches. So let's say she gets 10 points, you're sending her, oh woo, look at you, you're on fire, you just earned $20 bonus credit or whatever. Okay, so on party day, you remind her that you're going to do a last count for the points right at her party time, because remember, this is a pre-party activity. So when her party time starts, you're closing off that counting. So you want to recommend that she reach out and send up any personal follow-up messages so she can have the most points possible. Okay, so this is how we're going to transfer our hosts into recruits, by using an activity like this. You are going to give your host the option of using her Guess Who game points as sales added to her party, like using pool balance, or toward the purchase of a kit. So for example, let's say your host earns 20 points. She reached level 2, so she gets $40 in credits. You can either add $40 of pool balance to her party sales or ordering, a random order of $40 you've collected, whatever. Or you give her the option of using that $40 toward the purchase of a kit of her choice. So let's say she chooses the basic kit for 60, then she would pay just 20 bucks and you pay that 40. Because if we're looking big picture, right, that's a good investment in our business if we're looking to grow. And I got to tell you guys, probably 99% of the time, my host will join with this, using this bonus credit. Okay, so turning our hosts into consultants. We want to review the wish list, go over the kit items, go over the half price items, the free host items, the discount and sample items for consultant costs. Okay, you want to make sure that she understands what all those pieces are, and then talk about the difference that she would pay as a host or versus as a consultant. Of course, you want to look at her personality, her work ethic. Is she doing what you're doing? Is she having fun? Is she motivating? She could do what you do. So at the end of the party, you're going to reconnect with your host. You're going to go over that wish list again, paying attention to what the best value is for the host. So besides, let's say you've already offered her the Guess Who credit, and then on top of that, you're going to show her what she can take for free or half price as a host. You're going to show her the dollar amount paid as a consultant versus a host, or as a customer versus a customer or a host. Or you're going to show her the dollar amount paid and additional products received when she purchases one of the 3 kits. So then you show her the dollar amount paid as a consultant using her 25% discount and sampling program. So hopefully that all makes sense. Basically, you're breaking it down. You're doing the math for her, and you're showing that the better value is to join our team, right? Personal discount. And then this is the biggest part. You let her decide. You don't decide for her. You don't say, oh, I know you're busy. You probably won't want to do this, but you're presenting all these things, and then you let her decide, because ultimately it's not our job to decide what other people can handle, and busy people get things done, right? So that's what we do. And what was I going to say about the Guess Who game? There was something else. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, that's it.
Thank you so much, Minta, for sharing. And that's a great way to turn those hosts into recruits. So awesome job. And you will see just in a little bit that Minta is one of our top recruiters. And now you know why.